This month, the city of San Francisco passed a new law banning police from storing DNA obtained from rape kits and other crimes in city-run databases for more than 60 days. This comes after it was found that San Francisco police used a sexual assault victim's DNA against her in an unrelated property crime case. Here's San Francisco District Attorney Chesa Boudin's reaction to the issue when I spoke with him about this earlier this month.
There's nothing more important to me in my office than being able to hold people who commit crimes accountable. And we can't do that if victims don't report crime, if they don't trust us to cooperate with our prosecutions. And these kinds of practices are not only illegal, but they also serve as very serious deterrents to victims coming forward and cooperating with law enforcement.
SFPD have since stopped that practice, and now there's a nationwide movement to introduce similar bans at crime labs across the country. Joining me now is State Senator Scott Wiener, who is spearheading the effort in California. Thank you so much for joining us, Senator.
Thanks for having me.
So, what was your reaction when you first heard that crime investigators were using rape kit DNA in this way?
I was completely dumbfounded. I think we all assumed that if a sexual assault survivor comes forward and goes through the very, very traumatic event of going to the hospital after you've been assaulted and providing DNA, which is a very intrusive exam, that if you did that would only be used to solve that crime and not be used against that survivor in the future. So it was horrifying, and we need to stop it.
How widespread do you think this issue is in the state of California?
We don't know. San Francisco is the only location or the only department where we know that the police have been doing this. We don't know if it's happened elsewhere, but regardless, this showed a huge loophole in the law, and we need to just make clear that this is banned. That if you are sexually assaulted and you make the brave choice to come forward, to report the crime, to go to the hospital, to provide a DNA sample, that sample will not be used against you in the future.
Very good. And, you joined together with San Francisco DA Chesa Boudin and Assemblymember Phil Ting to introduce new legislation addressing this issue. Can you walk us through some of the highlights of this proposed bill? Sure.
It's a very straightforward bill. It's Senate Bill 1228, and it will statewide prohibit the use of this DNA, of rape kit DNA, for any purpose other than to solve that sexual assault. And it will not allow police departments to retain the DNA in databases that are used to solve crimes generally.
And how far along is this bill in the legislative process right now?
The bill passed its first committee, the Senate Public Safety Committee, about a week and a half ago, so it's moving forward. It has broad support. There's very little opposition to it, so we're hopeful that it'll be passed and signed into law.
So once this does reach Governor Newsom's desk, what are the chances of what do you think are the chances of him signing this? You think?
I never predict what the governor will do, but I would be surprised if the governor did anything other than sign this law. This is a very basic approach to protecting survivors of sexual assault and to sending a very loud signal that we want you to come forward and we will support you if you come forward.
Have you had any conversations with other, say, police departments in the state or even sexual assault victims as you were working to put this legislation together, and what's their response been? Well,
we are working with organizations that represent and work with sexual assault survivors, and they're very supportive of the legislation. In addition, after this happened, various police departments came to me because they knew that I was working on it, and they said, hey, we want you to know that we don't do this, or that we stopped doing this 20 years ago. So I do think that this is a limited problem. I don't think that there are that many departments that are doing it, but we never know what's going to happen in the future. And again, this situation exposed a loophole, a very dangerous loophole that we need to close.
And while you're here, I'd like to just take a quick opportunity to also ask you about your thoughts on the budget surplus. We're expecting a pretty big surplus this year. What how in particular, what issues will you specifically be championing for more funding for?
Yeah, I mean, when we have these surpluses, they're not going to last, right? It's not going to be a